That's what I needed. Okay, so I'm back. I had to take a break for being sick. Helps to be able to talk. And I couldn't talk. I sounded, just terrible. So, alright. So we're going to get started on the first project, but I wanted to do kind of like a little video for folks that are following along and are new to give them an idea of what to look for. Alright? So, this first project we're going to be working on is called Norseman in a Bag. Alright? Now you notice I said Norseman, not Viking. Viking isn't a person, it's an occupation. It's a verb, really, or an adjective. It's just a descriptor. You went to Viking. Okay, you went off, did things. Okay? So now this is unfortunately gonna start with guys. It's a little bit easier, but a lot of things apply. Later on though, we will be doing one for the girls because theirs is a little different. There are some other things that go with the stuff. Same kind of project. Norse woman in a bag. Now I'm going to be doing one of these because it's actually going to help my daughter out because she's starting SCA up in Washington. So her boyfriend working on it together. Alright. So this is a just to get you started, see if you like kind of things project. Not a whole lot of outlay of money, materials, keeping it simple. We're going to use like the rule of cool and the 10-foot rule cosplay style to pull this off. Right? So this is so you can go to an event. Right? First and foremost though, if you're near a group that has what's called gold key, which is garb for loan, borrow it. Go to an event. Have fun. Wash it. Give it back. Don't be like Plum. Don't be like Plum. Alright. Down. Go on. Go. She really does try and be helpful. Just always at the wrong time. Always. Alright. So, first things we kind of want to look for, guys. Right? Girls too. You want to do more wear male clothes? Go for it. Nobody's going to care. And if they do, they're not worth your time. Alright? So, first thing you want to look for is some like basic pajama pants. Simple pajama pants. These are actually some more cottony linen-y ones with some stripes. You can see the ones that are plaid, they're plain. You can get them at Walmart for anywhere from $6 to $12 depending on size where you got them. Alright? You may also have them in the house. Even better. Just don't go for the obnoxious colors, don't go for cartoon prints, things like that. Hope you don't have a Plum to help you out. Right? She doesn't help out very well. Alright, so, pajama pants. And then we take Plum off the desk. Pick up more stuff. Alright, another thing. This is actually one of the hard things to cover. Fake, but it works. It's good enough. Try not to wear blatant tennis shoes, like bright white, Nikes or, things like that. I understand if that's all you got, it happens. But, if you have the option, you can swing by Walmart, some of the other stores, and they have these slippers. Leather slippers. Right? House shoes. Doesn't look blatantly modern. It does have a sole so you can walk around. $10. I think these were actually on sale for like $6. It works. And then you have house shoes. Or slippers. You don't have to tie your shoes to take the trash out. Right. The other thing you might want to look for, you don't have to wear a belt, but it helps. Alright? Leather belts, depending on where you look, can be kind of expensive. You know, there are places online. There's a place called Viking Leather Craft. A guy named Frank runs it. He's a really great guy. He has some really reasonable priced belts of different sizes. Okay. Now, if you're just wanting to try it out, go find yourself a leather dog leash, a long one. Okay. So I actually picked up a couple of them from a place called The Yard in Wichita. The Yard is like a wonderland of tools and things and metal. You never know what you're going to find there. Okay? So, but you can take one of those nice, really long, like 6-foot dog leashes and make a really decent period looking belt out of them. Okay? If you have a really long leather belt that doesn't fit you, but it's for somebody way bigger, borrow that. It's simple, it'll be hidden away, but this fakes it. Okay? Now, you're going to want to look for some material. Alright? Try and keep it in your kind of common colors. Easy enough. Nothing, don't go for neons. Stuff like that. Keep it with natural colors. You're pretty safe. Alright? So, this is where you're going to have to sew. Unless you can find like one of those, they call them Ren Fair shirts. They got the thing and the ties and the poofy sleeves. You can wear one of those. It's passable. But this is a project. So, Walmart. $2 to $3. Cotton. Get like 3 yards. Give yourself some room to work with. Okay? They have cotton broadcloths, they have muslins. Pretty reasonable. You figure $10 you're making yourself a shirt. People buy t-shirts for over 20. So you can't say you can't do it. But this is going to require some effort. Now, if you have someone who's handy at sewing, they'll be able to zip this out on a machine silly fast. You can do this on a machine pretty quick. If you got a little talent, a little time, no big deal. If you've never sewn in your life, that's okay. We can work on that too. Now, one of the things I'm going to show you is you can also take like a bed sheet, make a tunic. It's plenty of material. You can go to Goodwill and get a bed sheet for like 50 cents. It's crazy. But I'm gonna make a tunic kind of like this. Excuse any of the stains on it. I fought in it. Made Mr. Atwood mad. Okay. But also going to show you how to hand sew. So you can make seams. Okay. Hand sewing actually isn't very hard at all. In fact, it can be fairly quick. In fact, this hood, which is a wool, like this, found this box of wools that have been donated to like a quilters group. They weren't using it. That's wool. Okay. This particular hood, hand sewn by yours truly in an evening. Okay? Pair of scissors, needle, thread, done. Okay? We'll go over how to make one of these too. Alright? Because this is literally 2 rectangles and 2 squares thrown together. Or, depending on how you cut it, 1 long rectangle and 2 squares. Alright? This is part of a bigger project, but this serves as a good example. Alright? So, here's what you want to look for. Alright? Some material. You can either go to Walmart and find an old bed sheet. If you find a bed sheet, make sure you're allowed to use it first. Find one of the ones that like no longer has a match. Something. If it's not yours, ask. Especially if it's your mom's. Or way more especially if it's your spouse's. Okay? 2. You can look at Walmart. We want to look for material, look for the cottons, the cotton broadcloths, the muslins. Stick to the relatively natural colors. You know, neon pink, only in some rare occasions, is a natural color, but it's not an easily dyed color with like natural things. We want to blend in, not, look ridiculous. All right. You're also going to look for house shoes, the simple leather kind. No biggies. Okay. Pajama pants. Pajama pants are simple. They blend in. They work great. In fact, there's probably tons of pajama pants wandering around in the SCA and nobody would ever know because they're cut almost exactly the same, almost the same material. Alright? Then look for a dog leash, something else you can work down for a belt. You can also look for belt blanks on the internet. This is all purely dependent on how much money you have to work with. Alright? This is the on the cheap project. Way on the cheap. Okay? The other thing we'll go over later is like where to find fabrics in surprising places for really reasonable, that are the fabrics that normally people pay a lot for. Or you have to deal with this. So bizarrely enough, IKEA can be your friend. IKEA has linen, reasonably priced linen. Linen and cotton are your 2 main materials, especially for Europe. Linen more so than cotton. Alright? But there's other stuff. Alright? And then for leg wraps, we'll go over some options that show off what you can do to fake a leg wrap, whether it's an ace bandage, an old horse leg wrap. I actually prefer Bad Baroness has a shop. She does leg wraps. You can get leg wraps pretty reasonable now. Okay? So, there's your quest. Start looking for some things. And then next time, what we'll do is we'll go through and we'll start putting these things together. Start showing you how to hand sew it, how to make it. And then next thing you know, you're ready for an event. Also remember gold key. Ask around, go to practices, have fun with this. 10-foot rule, man. It's 10-foot rule. If you look good from 10 feet away, nobody's gonna care. And if they do, they're not worth your time anyway. Alright? If you have questions, things like that, send me a message. Doobly-doo. You can always find me on Facebook and stuff too. Plum loves you guys. Plum loves everybody. Plum's also insane.